What's up everybody, the Blue Fang here, and today I'm back with a new part to what if Naruto had chakra manipulation. Last part was my first video coming back to the channel, and I thought it went very well, so I'm back with a new part for sure. The like goal for today's video will be 150 likes for part 3, so let's see if you guys can get to that for the next video. If this what if keeps going well, then I might as well finish the whole series. But right before we get into today's video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the like button and turn on bell notifications. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So last time we left off with Naruto having convinced Sasuke to fight him so he can test out this unknown ability that he has. Sasuke agrees to the match and they both fight it out on one-on-one. Naruto is able to stop Sasuke's fireball with one hand to manipulate it, but the fight eventually stops with someone taking Naruto away from Sasuke's view. We're left with Naruto looking up to see who that person is. Naruto stares at the figure and comes to realize who he's looking at. His eyes widen in confusion on why this person is here and continues to stare. The person wears a white cloak and has a red hat. The Hokage? Naruto says in confusion. Hiruzen has a soft smile on his face and nods his head. Hiruzen then finally opens his mouth to tell Naruto the reason for him being in this area and grabbing Naruto away. I've come to greet you in person, Naruto Uzumaki, and I've come to see your skills. I've heard you've got an interesting technique that I'm indeed interested in. Come, follow me to the top of the Hokage building. Let me see this ability of yours there. Naruto's eyes go up in excitement as he's being recognized by the Hokage himself. Naruto nods his head quickly and says that he'll be happy to show him how it's done. Hiruzen smiles and the both of them run towards the top of the Hokage building, where no one else would be standing around. But just in case, Hiruzen tells his guards to not follow him to the building, as what's going on is going to be private. Now as the two of them get to their location, Naruto grins and is confident in showing the Hokage himself his insane chakra ability. Before he starts, Hiruzen decides to ask when and how he came to learn of this ability. Naruto answers by talking about the time where he made someone's chakra backfire on themselves, which was in the last part. Hiruzen nods his head slowly as he thinks back to what Minato and Kushina said years ago about how big Naruto's potential is, and how he has a unique feeling to him. Finally, he tells Naruto to show his ability, but as he does, Naruto tells him he has to shoot some kind of ninjutsu at him for it to work, as he means to manipulate that jutsu at his will. The Hokage accepts to do that, but only a low level one, so he finally starts off by casting a weak water jutsu at Naruto. Naruto reacts quickly to it, putting his hands in front of himself and twists the water jutsu and splashes it into Hiruzen's face while chuckling. Hiruzen grits his teeth while muttering the word brat under his breath, but he's very surprised that someone could pull that off. Naruto now says that he would like to go up against Hiruzen in a little sparring match, as he had interrupted his one against Sasuke. Hiruzen chuckles and replies with a no, but Naruto continues to keep saying he has to. Hiruzen thinks about it for a second and manages to think about how Naruto would be in an overall fight as a shinobi. He's curious, so he finally says yes to Naruto's plea. But of course Hiruzen won't be going hard, and he tells Naruto that if he's able to touch him, then he wins. Naruto nods his head and gets ready to beat the person who had stopped his first sparring match in the first place. So as time goes past, the match finally starts with Naruto getting the first run at his opponent. He tries to move in fast, but Hiruzen easily dodges. Naruto continues to try, but he can't get a hit. So Hiruzen comes in with multiple small fireballs raining down on Naruto from the sky. Naruto grins and tells himself that he's got this, and lifts his arms up at the fireballs. He does some arm movements and manipulates the fireballs to become his own attack, but that was only a distraction for Hiruzen to come up from behind him. But as Hiruzen does this, Naruto easily senses this for some kind of reason, feeling a strong flow of chakra swirling from behind him. As Naruto feels this, he quickly turns around with the fireballs in the palm of his hands and throws them right at Hiruzen. Hiruzen jumps out of the way quick enough to not get hurt though, but he's surprised at Naruto's reaction speed. Naruto then begins to start running, trying to get some distance from Hiruzen, but Hiruzen doesn't let him get too far, easily shutting down the distance between the two of them by blitzing to Naruto's side. Naruto now focuses when his opponent does this. He begins to get the hang of his chakra manipulation ability, able to work up a new technique. Hiruzen gets closer for Naruto to do this, and as he does, Naruto feels all of the chakra inside of Hiruzen. He focuses and then makes his hands move as if he's pulling something to manipulate all of the chakra from inside of Hiruzen. Naruto surprises himself when he does this, and continues to manipulate by making Hiruzen drop to the ground, temporarily paralyzing him, due to his chakra freezing up from Naruto messing with it. It's like how the Hyugas are able to use Gentle Fist to shut down someone's chakra for some time, but Naruto can do this by manipulating it by not even touching someone. Hiruzen's eyes grow wide as he drops to the ground. Now Naruto runs right towards him and taps him on the back, making him the winner of the match. He celebrates for a while and then stops manipulating Hiruzen's chakra, making the old Hokage be able to get up now. Hiruzen tells Naruto that he has some great skills, but if he wasn't holding back a lot, he would have been able to outspeed Naruto's technique easily. So Naruto needs to work on his speed and guard. Naruto nods his head and tells Hiruzen thanks for the sparring match. Hiruzen says no problem and disappears back to the Hokage residence. As he does, he smiles and really thinks Naruto will become a very strong shinobi, just like how his parents had said. We cut to Naruto going back to where his match with Sasuke was, and he sees Sasuke sitting down. He's surprised Sasuke had actually waited for him all this time, but tells him that they will continue another day as he had just fought the Hokage. Sasuke laughs and disappears, not believing Naruto's words. Now Naruto goes back to his house and sleeps so he can get ready for the next day. Some time passes and the day of the academy graduation finally comes. Naruto is excited to finally become a shinobi as he could finally use more of his technique in action. Beforehand, he had been training with Sasuke each day so they can both become stronger. So they're actually good friends now, unlike in the original. The reason for this is because Naruto doesn't act like a clown that much and is actually serious in wanting to become stronger. Sasuke easily relates to that and works with Naruto to get stronger. Now on the day of the graduation, all of the class passed the exam easily, including Naruto as he's far more stronger now than in the original. He finally gets his headband and wears it with pride. Both Naruto and Sasuke celebrate together and Sasuke as well is not that much like his original counterpart. He still has his goal of revenge, but now he's friends with Naruto. He's more easygoing than his emo self. As the academy ends, they both say bye to go home, and on the way Naruto spots a child running around with a scroll. He looks up to see the Hokage window open, which was where the child had come from. Naruto quickly realizes that this person had stolen the scroll from the Hokage. He dashes in front of the person blocking the way and decides to ask why they're stealing the scroll. The kid replies by talking about how Mizuki from the academy had told them that if he had taken the scroll, then he would be able to pass their graduation as he couldn't pass before. Everyone in Naruto's class had passed, so this person must be from another one. As the child confesses all of this, Naruto takes the scroll from their hand and takes a look at what's inside as he's curious as to why this has to do with the passing. He looks inside it and finds a jutsu called the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. This interests him and for a while he begins to learn it as he wants to become stronger. He tells the child that he will return the scroll to the Hokage afterwards though. As time goes by, Naruto is able to completely learn the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu and starts to test it multiple times. The child also learns it beside him as well, as Naruto has no problem with him passing. As they are both finished with learning the jutsu, Mizuki finally shows himself from the trees. He sees Naruto as well and grits his teeth as he realizes the child must have told Naruto about the situation. He thinks that a silent assassination would be nice to finish off the demon and takes out his giant shuriken that we saw in the original. He waits for Naruto's back to turn, and as it does, he throws the shuriken without any hesitation. As the shuriken hurls at its target, Naruto swiftly catches it with his own hand. Blood comes out of the place where he had caught it, while Naruto turns towards Mizuki. Mizuki's eyes widen in shock after seeing Naruto actually catching his weapon. Naruto's eyes are hardened, they're serious and focused. He thinks about how Mizuki was using an actual child to get the scroll for himself, angering Naruto. So Naruto throws the shuriken right back at Mizuki. Mizuki dodges quick enough to not get hit, but as soon as he does, Naruto blitzes to where he had dodged to and kicks him right into the face. He then dashes right towards Mizuki again, going for another kick, then a punch, then a kick, continuously going back and forth on the attacks. Finally, Mizuki catches Naruto's attack and throws him away from himself. Naruto falls onto the ground but quickly gets back up. Mizuki is surprised by Naruto's quick skills but isn't scared, so he goes running at him at full speed. As he goes for a punch, his body freezes up mid-swing. Naruto grins and then does the multi-shadow clone jutsu. Clones swarm around the area, creating a circle around Naruto's target. Naruto counts down from 5 before going for the attack, and as he gets to 0, all of the clones dash towards Mizuki, getting each attack into the opponent. Naruto smiles at this and is happy that he has become a shinobi and has become this strong. We then cut to after Naruto had returned the scroll back and exposed Mizuki. Hiruzen is disappointed in Mizuki and thanks Naruto for his involvement in catching him. Also, he's expecting great things from him as he had just become a shinobi. Naruto tells him not to worry and that he'll blow his expectations away. Now he continues to train and train, working on his manipulation ability and making it easy to work with. After some sessions, the time has finally come for the genin that had graduated to be sorted into teams. Naruto walks into the academy ready to be sorted in and start his first missions as a shinobi. And that's where I'm going to leave it off for today. Hopefully you did enjoy the what if. If you did, make sure to get this video to 150 likes for the next part. So like always, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button and turn on bell notifications. It's been the Blue Fang, peace.